Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be how I get my, I don't want to say perfect, but how I get like my flawless like skin. Like it's going to be more of a skin focused video. I really wanted to do like all of my steps for when I'm like going to an event or going here or like going to be out all day and I'm going to be taking pictures and I know I'm going to be having my picture taken. That's really what I want to do. So yeah, I'm excited because hold on. I think I have an eyelash in my eye. That's what I want to do. I really love like flawless face, like all that stuff. So you guys want to see how I get my, like flawless face, then go ahead and keep on watching. So pretty much the first thing I do if I know that I'm going to be going to an event or I know that I'm going to be taking my picture's going to be taken or anything like that, I like to shave my face. I know that sounds weird, but as girls, as makeup artists, we have peach fuzz. We have peach fuzz. We have like a darker mustache. Like, come on. And so what I do is I take this. It's technically an eyebrow shaver, which like I'll use to like shave off some baby hairs that are like growing around my brow. But I really like taking this and shaving like right up here, mostly is where I feel like I get the most peach fuzz, just because that's where I put my highlight. If your highlight ever looks like, if your highlight ever makes your skin look dirty, at least that's how I know that I need to like shave that area, is that like when I applied Becca's Opal or any sort of like bronzy like highlighters, they will appear like dirty on me. Like they will appear a little bit patchy and a little bit dirty. So that's what I mean by that. I don't necessarily mean that your face is like disgusting, come on. So I take this, I take it like on if I miss anything, and really lightly. You really don't want to like, and I like to do it on like I like having it almost flush up against my skin. So I make it straight up to my skin and then I just turn it ever so slightly so it's on like an angle. You guys can tell. And then I like grab and I just shave. I did it this morning, but not this morning, like 2 days ago. So I'm just showing you what I do. But it's super easy. You can get these on Amazon. I got mine on Amazon. They're like $4 for like 3 or 4. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. So the next thing I do after I shave my face, I go in with a cleanser. I like going in with Clean Skin. It's just the best. I recommend going in with Clean Skin. It's just going to give a nice clean slate. And the one I've been using lately is the Derma E Purifying Daily Detox Scrub with marine algae and activated art. Can I speak today? And activated charcoal. It's an exfoliant and I love this stuff. It's got charcoal in it and I love charcoal in my skincare products. I just feel like it really helps deep clean my pores and I love it. So I did that, and I like to go in with two moisturizers. One of them is the Beneift True Cream Aqua Bomb. It's this, I've mentioned it in one of my favorites before, and this is the Sephora Instant Moisturizer, which I love. Again, from the Sephora brand. It's a pretty awesome moisturizer. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're awesome. And this one I like because it dries pretty quick on the face. It doesn't make your skin feel like tacky or anything like that. It just feels so good on the face. So I like applying that little cocktail, do my hair, get dressed, while that's salivating on my face. So I went in with moisturizer. Now I'm going to go in with primers. I'm going to go in with the TooFace HangoverX, whatever I have left of it. Spray that on the back of my hand and then put that on the like outer perimeters of the face where I tend to get more dry, especially my forehead. My forehead's like a freaking dry zone. And my chin and over here. Good. So you can either go in with that one or the base hydrating primer from Makeup Forever. I'll probably Put this one on too. Just my forehead region because, like I said, that's like my dry zone. Might as well, right? The coconut primer, the HangoverX primer from TooFace, I don't even consider it a primer. I just feel like it's like an extra bit of moisturizer like to my face. So I tend to go in with two hydrating primers because that's how like dry my skin is. Okay. Which one should we use? So I'm going to go in with the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Primer, and I'm just going to take just a little bit of this. A little goes a long way with this primer. Just a little bit of it. And I massage it into my nose, like pushing and swiping motions until my nose looks like it's sunburned. And then I drag it in this rear region, but like just like the slightest bit, because I've noticed with these kind of consistencies of primers, if they're too thick, they tend to ball off. This consistency, if you guys haven't tried it out yet, it's kind of similar to the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer and the Benefit Professional. The Benefit Professional I feel like is a little bit more silicone-y in my opinion, but it's still pretty similar in consistencies. Next, I'm going to go in with my Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I love this stuff. Make sure your mouth is closed before you spray it. I do like 3 to 5 spritz around my whole face, and then I go in with my foundations. The one that I really go to is my Makeup Forever Ultra HD. Either the liquid or the stick. I'm going to go in with the stick for this video. It looks a little bit darker than me, but it'll match. I'll make it work. So I do pretty much like 3 stripes on my cheeks, 1 dot in the middle. I make like a T, put a little on my nose, and then the Cupid's bow. And I really like lather this on. This isn't the most hygienic way. This is not the this is like least like hygienic way to do this. If you're gonna use this on a client, you wanna like carve it out or like wipe it and like put your brush on it. But I like applying this foundation with a beauty blender, and I like my beauty blenders damp. I do know a couple people that have beauty blenders and use them dry. I like them damp because I have, like I said, I have pretty dry skin. So I like the little extra dewiness, and it picks up excess product. Just in case you overdo it, picks up excess product. So that's why I like it. I've been meaning to do my self-tanning. Lately I use the Loving Tan. I've been trying it out and I absolutely love it, and I've been wanting to do it, but I got a tattoo like 2 weeks ago and he said like just be careful, like no tanning, and I know that meant sun, but like I didn't want like any of the chemicals to like burn it or something, you know, so I'll probably do it this like following week. Just so it's either this following week or the week that I leave. Probably I'll do it probably before I leave, but I want to make sure everything's like even, you know. So onto concealer. I'm gonna go in with my 2 favorites. Actually, it's just 1 favorite, just 2 colors. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. Everybody uses this. It's just so amazing. It's light. It's pigmented. It's a light. It's pigmented, it's light, it's super full coverage. I love this concealer so much. You do have to make sure that your under eyes are pretty moisturized before you put them on, because I see that if I don't put on a moisturizer directly underneath my eyes, that it cakes up like not pretty quick, but like by the end of the night your concealer is just a little bit dry, which can tend to look a little bit cakey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a triangle underneath my eyes with the darker concealer first. Drag it out towards the temple. Go to the inner tear duct and bring a line down there so it's on the sides of my nose. This will make your nose appear like it's a little bit skinnier if you want it to look a little bit skinnier. A bit around my nose because I tend to get red there, and that's basically where my foundation rubs up first. I'm going to take a little bit of it on my chin. Not the full bridge, pretty much just the tip. And then my forehead, because you want to even out the highlight. I don't like highlighting my forehead because I just don't like it, but on a day-to-day I don't highlight my forehead, but when I'm going out I do. And then I'm going to take the lighter color and just put it here. Right on top of here, on my Cupid's bow, in the center, and then just right in the middle of it here to actually highlight. So before I set my concealer, I like going in with a cream highlight first. I put it on this side already, if you guys can tell. Because we sprayed our beauty blender with Fix Plus, it is going to look a little bit dewy, but I love looking dewy. So I applied it right on my cheekbones, if you guys can see. I lost the little cap thing like that goes on top of here before you put the big cap on. So what I like to do is I like to just run it on the back of my hand, getting rid of like dry, like, you know, dry highlighter. Then I rub it on the back of my finger, really blend it in. I like using my fingers for cream products because your fingers are warm and the warmth of your fingers will really help blend out the product. And then I just kind of like look where the light's gonna hit my face, and I go ahead and I start pushing the product where I want it to be. I bring it up on my, like where my eyebrow ends. I don't really know what this is called, my temple. Go ahead, blend out your concealer again because we're gonna set it. I am gonna just slightly bake a little bit. I'm not gonna like too intensely bake. Just gonna look up and tap it into my skin. Same thing, look up. Because I have larger pores in this region, I like going in with IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. It's a loose powder, but I do believe that they have a pressed powder. So if you don't like loose powders, get the pressed one. But it comes with a little puff, and I use it. I don't mind it. And I just put it right where you could see, right where you could see my pores a little bit more. I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques Duo Fiber Face Brush and swirl that in. I'm using the shade 20M. And I'm going to take circular motions and just start buffing that on my cheeks. Okay, hair. Okay, so I was in the middle of contouring and my camera just like said like overheated, so I was like, okay, so I shut it off and I did this side. I contoured and I set the highlight and I baked. So I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but this side is just a little bit more curved and I look like I have structure now to my face and I'm not looking so flat. So we're going to go ahead and do this side. I'm going to go in with Beneft's Hoola bronzer. I love this for contouring. I like it for bronzing too, but I like it more for contouring because it's just that perfect like cool shade, and I love cool shades to contour with. Cooler shades are more like natural looking, so that's what I really like doing. It kind of mimics a natural shadow. So I'm going to take that on my NARS Ita. I know a lot of people don't like the NARS Ita. A lot of people like chiseler brushes. I don't like the chiseler brushes. I have a crown one and I just don't like it. I like the Narcisa a lot, but after I washed it, the bristles kind of got like wider, so it's technically not as skinny as it was. But I'm going to take a little bit of that, dust off the excess really well. Pretty much go where my tragus is. I have a piercing there, so it's pretty easy for me. And I just kind of line it up with that. I blend it down just a little bit, and then as I'm blending, I bring the back of it up. So as it's like this, let's see if I can get, as it's like this, I bring the back of it up, but I still keep the front part where it needs to be. I just blend. A lot of people don't like this brush because they don't know like how to use it. It doesn't look good, but I love this brush. So I'm just taking that on my forehead. I'm gonna go ahead and bake. So I kept that Laura Mercier translucent powder next to me, and I'm bringing my beauty blender into it, and I'm literally gonna leave it there. Sometimes I like to even bring it up here so it rounds out my cheek. So while that's setting, we can go ahead and throw our highlight on. I'm going to go in with Laura Gellar's Gilded Honey. It's just like one of my favorite highlights, especially to put on top of Benefit What's Up. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to blend it downwards. Okay, piece of like fuzz. Blend it like downwards. Okay, it's there again. Pull off my brush. Blend it downwards towards my bronzer. A Morphe 3 M501 brush to use this, but I'm going to switch my brush now, and I'm going to go ahead and use the Japanesque 915 brush. I'm going to spritz my brush with MAC Fix Plus so it's damp, and then I'm going to put it all up in the Laura Gellar, right in the center. Go ahead, dust off that. I just swirl it into my brush, tap it off, and right on the apples of my cheeks. You see how nice that looks? Like, it doesn't look like super intense or crazy. Once you've done that, I always recommend setting it, so you can go in with your MAC Fix Plus or you can go in with a complete setting spray. MAC Fix Plus doesn't completely set your makeup. It makes your powders like look like, you know, it doesn't make them look powdery. And it also has glycerin in it, so it's going to make your highlight pop. I'll spray one side with it. I'm going to spray where I have my highlight. Right like that, and then I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay. This is the all-nighter. I was looking for the chill one, but they didn't have it, and I desperately needed this, so I just said let me just get the all-nighter. But I love the Urban Decay all-nighter. I love the Urban Decay Chill Setting Spray, and I literally like bathe in it. So once you've done that, this look is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just had to throw a little bit of gloss on because my lips were like looking a little bit foundation-y, and they weren't, so whatever. I threw some gloss on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys all in my next one. Bye!